the Geek Clan. Hi guys, we're doing another video. Wow, we're getting like 4 YouTube videos today. Oh,
that's awesome.
Freaking awesome. Yeah, I need more content. Anyways, we
Come to my place. We'll do content.
Yeah, we'll do content. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. We are talking about Transformers Kingdom. Okay, the trilogy from Netflix. Now we've already discussed one.
Kingdom is not the trilogy.
No,
Kingdom's
this is
the
the last
third
it's,
season.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So we already talked about the first one. We already talked about the second one. Now we're gonna talk about the third one. Alright, there's spoilers, guys. So deal with it. Come back to us when you're done this, and then tell us what you guys think. What is your original reaction to this one? Like, is it good? Is it bad? Is it in the middle?
So, when I saw that this was going to bring Beast Wars into it, right? The Beast Transformers.
Yep. Which isn't your generation, I understand.
Yeah,
it's not my generation either.
Okay, so that's a good point, right? I am Gen 1. That's where I came in.
Yeah.
And right up until the movie came out. Okay, because I was a teenager then.
Yeah.
And I remember going to see it.
Yeah.
And I remember being floored that there was a swear word.
And somebody dies on screen.
Yeah. So that was fine.
Yep.
After that, I would catch an episode here or there of what they were doing, and it just didn't speak to me. So I didn't care for Beast Wars.
Okay, so I did, and I liked Beast Wars, and I know that wasn't my generation, but I did like Beast Wars because they connected the original to the new one, and there's a whole story arc of it. It's really good. I actually need to go revisit it again because there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, okay. And then the other one was Cybertron, whatever, which is all about the All-Sparks. Right. So I did like those two ones. I thought they were really good.
So let me the caveat here is I didn't dislike it. My preconception of what I was going to see, I didn't care for. I didn't think I was going to care for it. Okay. So, but I went in open-minded because my gripe about the first 2 seasons is you nerfed Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Like you've nerfed the Autobots.
Yeah,
and you OP'd the Decepticons,
which is usually that's how it was in the original story.
Yeah, but not like this badly. Not like this much. Like you've given me absolutely no hope that the Autobots could ever beat the Decepticons.
And then you meet the Maximals, and you're like, oh, that's interesting.
Well, I did like that we met not Megatron, but
it was the other Megatron.
Yeah, what was his name?
He was Megatron.
No.
Which one?
The second one.
Yeah, second Megatron.
Megatron becomes who?
Lord Megatron.
No. I gotta find that now. Damn it. Megatron becomes...
Yeah, because he told him you need to change your name because there's only one Megatron.
Oh, man. It was not Megatron.
It was a Galvatron.
Because Galvatron.
Yeah. Did he call him Galvatron?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's Galvatron.
I must have missed that.
Right?
Because I know he had a funk about it, you know? Because he was like... Da. So we're seeing a lot of different time shifting.
Oh, yeah, Galvatron. So the same actor does both voices. Okay, so all right. So that's what I liked was that my Gen 1 going into Gen 2, Megatron and Galvatron never existed at the same time.
Yeah, and we're starting to see a loophole because, we saw them in the second season.
And it's important for me to tell you, I'm only talking about television series because if in a comic series, I've never read a comic, I only am talking from a television series or movie series standpoint.
Yeah, because it seems like so this is the whole twist with this series is Galvatron is trying to change the future so he doesn't become a slave.
Past.
Yeah, change the past. So he doesn't become a slave to Unicron. And Unicron was actually involved in the Beast Wars saga too. So it's all interconnected, and you know what? These guys are not the original voice actors of the Generation 1 or Beast Wars, but they do an awesome job.
I had no idea that the voice actor for Megatron and the voice actor for Starscream were not the original voice actors. I didn't know that.
Oh,
I never watched the credits. I just. What about Optimus? Is that the same guy?
No.
No.
Peter Cullen.
So I'm really surprised. They did an excellent job.
If you like that, you should watch Transformer Prime if you want the original voice actors.
I don't need it. I don't need the original voice actors.
No, it's still a good series.
I still think that what I want is as close to the original voices as you can, and I feel like they nailed it.
Yeah, and they did with the Predacons and the Maximals also, and it just flowed correctly. We get some more backstory, and it's so good. And I'm like, I want more. And Nemesis, I never even knew about.
No,
that has to be in the comics.
What about
Nemesis? Has to be in the comics. You know,
I know we're jumping you just jumped way ahead.
I know
series.
that's what I do.
But I had never did I see the ship transform. Never.
Yes.
Never.
Yes!
That was a shocker.
Yes! Teltron 1 transforms into a
never
huge
seen that.
monster. Amazing. I was like,
Never saw that.
No, never saw that
That
going.
was pretty cool.
Never saw that going. And it was funny that Wheeljack gets stumped by Rhinox because he's like, oh, this is primitive. This is primitive.
Yeah. That was pretty funny. That was funny.
Yeah, and they talk about the golden disc and how it solves everything and blah, blah, blah. And Starscream finds somebody else to...
Starscream had a very interesting story arc.
Yeah.
Because he is always the same guy. Can't wait to double cross you.
Yep.
Can't wait to double cross you. And then in this one, he realizes that if I double cross, then we're all slaves to Unicron. So he flips the script a little bit and kind of becomes a good guy, but because he always lies, nobody believes him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody believes him. So that was interesting.
And it was interesting because they captured all the Decepticons.
And another thing I liked is when he transformed to his original triangle jet, not a human jet.
Yeah.
So I like that he still was true to that triangular Cybertron ship.
It was also funny how the Maximals were outclassing the Autobots because they couldn't transform and roll. And the Maximals were just climbing up the thing like, yeah, we're having some problems, guys.
Yeah, that was funny.
And she's like, we're having some problems. They added more female characters, which were awesome. And like this is how they torture. And apparently Predacons are not as evil as Decepticons were. Because you see that.
Well, there's some kind of backstory, and maybe you can tell me more, but they seem to be ruled by Galvatron because they know who Galvatron is.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they knew who Optimus Prime was,
it was
too.
Nemesis. They were talking about Nemesis.
Well, they started talking about Nemesis, and then they brought up Galvatron
Nemesis.
for some reason.
Like I said, I have to revisit Beast Wars again because I need to know, like, what's going on. Like, I know some of the characters, like Rat Trap, amazing, sarcastic jerk, great. Like, they just nailed it. They're like, oh, when the Maximals met the Autobots, it wasn't like, oh yeah, we're gonna trust each other, we're gonna work together, no. Primal was like, I don't know you guys betrayed us, blah blah blah. You're the reason why we're here, and it was a different dynamics. But on the Decepticon and Predacon thing, it was like the Megatron from the Predacons was like fanboying out Megatron, the original Megatron, right? He was like, Master, blah blah blah, da da da. It was good. It was, and like the thing I also was interesting was Megatron was having nightmares. I think the nightmare sequences was pretty amazing too. With the thing you're looking for.
Don't worry, this we can talk about after.
Oh. So and the person who does Unicron's voice, awesome.
So Unicron is Jonathan Lipow, and he's a known actor. So
Okay.
he's the only one that I know of. All the others are
professional
professional voice actors that I did not know.
Which I'm fine with.
I don't know them.
That's
and
good.
I think they did a awesome job.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous job. Really.
Oh, yeah.
You know, okay, so here's a gripe now. Here's one of my gripes about...
Okay, what's the gripe?
Okay. Megatron and Optimus.
Yes.
Can you pick up your pace when delivering a line?
Ah!
This series could have been about 20 minutes shorter if over the course of
The
the whole
nostalgia, yeah, the whole, like, analog.
We talk
We talk like
a
this,
little
just like this,
slower
because we are
to deliver
I think Grimlock was telling
our
it, like,
lines.
me Grimlock talk faster than
Oh,
this.
God. I was disappointed that we brought in...
Dinobot, but we
No
didn't have-
Dinobots. No Dinobots
well,
except
there
we
was
brought in the Beast Dinos, you know? And I'm like, okay, save that for another time, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because the reason why you gotta realize Devastator's not there.
Yeah.
We don't have the Constructicons.
Right, I know.
And, like, what's the point of... I would love to see Grimlock there. I would love to see Grimlock. My namesake would love to see Grimlock. But it doesn't make sense. So I understand why they don't have him in it.
I was hoping that they were going to bring him into the series. 'Cause
Like,
I love it.
Grimlock. Oh, yeah.
I love it when they swoop, bring him in. You know,
Trial Soup Good part. Yeah, oh, yeah.
you know.
I think they did a phenomenal job. And, like, they ended off on a cliffhanger.
But it's a trilogy, so this is the last part in the trilogy, which leaves me to say, oh, you know what? I really wanted a little bit more.
I think they're going to give us I think because after Unicron took them on and said, oh, I'm going to improve you both. So we're going to have new incarnations of Galvatron and Nemesis, which I never knew Nemesis actually existed. Didn't even know that's got to be, oh, wow, that's a big freaking Transformer.
We're going to talk about it.
All right.
But I thought I'd throw it there for a reason.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I thought I was good. If you're a Transformer fan, check this out, guys. Go from the original. You guys got to go in order, though. You got to see Cybertron and War, then it says Earth, and then there's Kingdom. You guys got to go in order. Because they're adding so much flavor of different things within the series that makes it so good.
What was it that Optimus had inside?
The Matrix.
The Matrix of leadership. And that's another thing I didn't like. Why is it that Megatron didn't have a port in his chest for it? He had to wear it on the outside.
It was made for
Prime?
No, from the original storyline, Omega, what was it? Alpha Triad made
Alpha Triad. Yeah.
He made Orion Pax into Optimus Prime, and that's where the Matrix comes from in the original series. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
All right?
I just kind of felt like there should have been a port in his chest to put it, because he's always after it. He's always after it.
But it would reject him. That's the thing. It would have rejected him.
Okay.
You know? Oh, that's the arc.
So you guys can't see it, but behind the camera is YouTube going, and I wanted to tell Tim that, hey, there is a Unicron
toy
Transformer, which it's massive.
Yeah.
It is massively tall. And
it's
to put it
probably
together,
wicked expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
But I watched this guy assemble this whole thing, and there's a video out there. All you have to do is look up Unicron Transformers, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see, like, this was not available when we were kids and collecting.
Well,
but this is awesome.
Like the Transformer, Optimus Prime that transforms by himself and moves. We didn't have that either.
Oh, man. If I could afford that, I'd have it. I'd have it sitting on the back here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Right next to my Batman phone. I'd have it sitting back there.
So, on all, it was a good series. Hopefully it's not done.
Yep.
I'm hoping it's not done. Wow, even have like how big the characters are.
Yeah, just two.
Wow, yeah, Rodimus Prime and Galvatron. Yeah. So hopefully, you guys, we see they either finish the series or they make another one, because the way they left it, it was like, and so the thing that was kind of also interesting is they go back to Cybertron.
Right.
And it's a dead planet.
Right.
And it was hearts. It was pulling heartstrings. When you see Alita 1
Yeah.
and Optimus coming up to her and going,
Yeah,
you
because
know?
Alita 1 is dead.
"Yep,
And he finds, of all the places to land on the planet, he lands like 50 feet away from her
Yeah,
and
exactly.
spots her in this pile of
plot
rubble.
armor."
So, but nonetheless, yeah, it was pulling at your heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah.
Even more so later when we see her spirit later on.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, this was like a prequel to what's going to happen yet again, which is we will see Megatron versus Optimus Prime. We'll see Autobots versus the Decepticons yet again, because we have to end up back at Earth because we haven't had Dinobots. There was no Earthlings on the planet
And they just
yet.
walked away. I'm hitting the thing that's gonna come out. Whatever.
No,
They
no.
just walked away, like, oh well, because the whole planet's dead now, so we're not gonna fight over Emerjon, and we're just gonna walk away. I'm like, huh?
But
What?
it was gosh darn, why can't Starscream said I can still hear
The voice
of Unicron,
Unicron,
and he's coming. Right?
and he's coming. He's going crazy.
And he takes Galvatron
and Nemesis,
and saves them again.
Yeah, and he's gonna rebuild, build them to be better. So we're gonna probably see a whole new line of Transformers.
Yeah, which would be great.
Yeah, something new.
Yeah, it would be nice to, if you're gonna do Transformers, do cool Transformers, do cool characters. No more Optimus Prime. We don't need Optimus Prime.
We don't need Galvatron. We don't need Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
No.
So, but give us some new characters. That's fine, and let's see where we go from there.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
That's fine.
And I think Hasbro is doing a phenomenal job working with Netflix. I think they're really good. I can't see them working with anybody else. They actually have a My Little Pony
Money talks,
movie.
buddy.
Wow.
Money talks.
They have another My Little Pony movie.
The Amazon. I
Amazon.
don't want to talk about the pony talk.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to talk about.
You don't talk about money. That's too not manly.
No, I just know what. So that was another one. That and the Care Bears were another cartoon series that were going on when I was younger.
Yep.
And again, two series that I had no interest in. And then I know there are the bronies, and I've come across a couple on the internet, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
that's your thing. That's fine.
your fandom, whatever.
My thing is Star Wars. Your thing is
beware to be trolled. But anyways, so I think now my thing is, do you think so? There are whispers on the interwebs that a G.I. Joe new animated series might be coming out. Do you think that Netflix will be taking on that reins? Or do you think it's going to be more like Cartoon Network?
I can tell you this. If you put an animated series and put that in the theater, or an animated movie, you have a better chance of me buying a ticket to go see G.I. Joe, an animated movie, than maybe the next Snake Eyes.
Yeah, well, I've said this before, too. I would rather see an animated comic movie than live action. I'm so sick of live action.
But to me, this is why you can't do G.I. Joe in a live series, because the premise, in order for you to take it seriously, it really has to get a little complicated.
We already talked about this.
That's right. We talked about it.
We already talked about it.
We're on Transformers.
But yeah, we're on Transformers. But I was just curious if they're going to do a series on Netflix with G.I. Joe.
Oh, so it wasn't me that changed the
Yeah,
topic.
I know.
You did.
But you said movie, and I'm like, no, we're not going down that road.
Okay. I think that yes, I think Hasbro, if they were going to do an animated series, would probably do it with Netflix, because that's who they already have a deal with to do Transformers.
Yeah, which is
and I really hope
good.
that they continue to do things. You know what? And we already talked about He-Man, but let me just say this. No matter where you stand on the Masters of the Universe thing, I think it's great that they're doing these animated things on platforms like Netflix or Amazon Prime or wherever.
Well, we had a long discussion about Voltron.
Because I was just going to say, because
Voltron
was amazing.
Started it all.
Was amazing.
Yep, was amazing. And now...
No, they didn't start it all, because didn't you tell me that there was a Thundercats before, and then that didn't work out? It wasn't Netflix,
No, it wasn't Netflix. It was Cartoon Network.
Okay, so which is fine. But to me, what I liked the most was when they did Voltron. They were true to the content, and the story was so much better.
Oh my god!
Man.
Oh,
so much better.
I might have to rewatch that now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
have to
and there was
rewatch
a beginning and an end with it, and it was good.
So good,
So
yes. Good. But they tweaked some things, but they kept the characters to the original ideals or whatever. Well, they add more to the characters.
They add more to the characters,
like personality,
more backstories for individual.
Yeah, but they kept like the simple
and they modernized the story.
And they kept the simple concepts together.
Yes.
And they weren't screaming out certain things like, yes, Shiro was gay, but you know what? They weren't screaming it. You know, it was just he was whatever. You know, and that's how it was, and that was awesome. You know, and Voltron did an amazing job, and this is why Netflix is getting all the old school readaptions like He-Man, and you know, I don't think they're gonna get Thundercats because it's owned by somebody else. But this is why they're getting all these, like She-Ra and all the other ones.
Well, in the end, I just hope whatever they decide to do, you first watch, whoever the creators are, watch the Voltron series.
Yes.
Learn how to make the content still translatable to the original series. So
without
that way you're not
destroying like the whole concept and characters.
Yeah. And you're referencing He-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm referencing
He-Man.
Yeah.
So, but we don't know the end of that story
We
yet.
don't know the end of the story. Okay.
But I will say that as long as you don't stray far from the core of who they are, which is why I think I liked Transformers, because Bumblebee got a big backstory
but he
at
wasn't,
the beginning.
Yeah, yes, but he wasn't like he wasn't beified. He wasn't like,
nope.
Oh, I'm the ultimate. No, he was still weak, but he was a punk. They changed his attitude. He was a jerk.
Who later became a leader.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing is, Optimus is like, you're in command. You know?
Yeah.
That's like...
But it made sense to me as to why Bumblebee became a leader.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind that back. That was, you know, it's a little different than Gen 1 series, but at the same time, still true to the essence of who Bumblebee is.
Yeah.
You know, just like I like that Gen 1 series, we had Jazz.
Yeah.
And in this series, the same guy is called what? Wheeljack.
No.
Wheeljack.
Wheeljack was the original.
But he was called Jazz.
No, he wasn't. Jazz is a totally different character.
Oh, man, don't tell me that.
Yes.
Wheeljack.
Yes. And Jazz.
Show me the picture of Wheeljack. I want to see Wheeljack.
He doesn't believe me, guys. I am like the Transform fanatic when it comes to Generation 1.
When I say Jazz. I thought it was the same character.
No, it's not.
It's this guy right here. Whoop. Oh, damn it. Wheeljack and Jazz.
Wheeljack is the one in the blue. Jazz is the one in the blue. And
okay, who's this right here? Wheeljack. Wheeljack looks just like Jazz.
But that's not Jazz. That's Jazz right there.
This is Jazz? No, this is
Wheeljack.
No,
go down. Oh. That's Jazz.
Oh. Okay.
Ha!
Okay.
They didn't have Jazz. They should have.
No Jazz, because they
should have had
I forget the guy's name now.
They had Hound. Yeah, he passed away too.
He passed away, which I never understood why they called him Jazz, but then it dawned on me he was a jazz singer. Yeah. That's why. So anyway, I've completely digressed. I personally think the trilogy series of this Transformer War for Cybertron series was great. I think you should watch it. I think you'll enjoy the little tweaks that they make in it.
Yeah.
I still think they nerfed the Autobots too much. My favorite character, who's your favorite character? Of all of them, favorite character?
I don't really have one. I don't know how to watch it again. It's
not of all of them, of any generation.
Oh, Grimlock. Okay. Obviously.
And
Grimlock is one of my favorite characters.
Loved Soundwave.
Yes, and Soundwave was like, oh my god.
And in my storage facility, I still have Soundwave in the original box. Okay? I still have them.
Oh god.
Now, what I liked in this series was Soundwave still had cassettes.
Yeah.
They were still cassettes.
Yeah.
So Rampage and what was the other one?
Ravage.
Ravage. I'm sorry, Ravage and,
And
what was
Laserbeak.
Laserbeak were still out there.
Yeah,
He still ejected them.
He took out Razor Blade.
Yeah,
which is Maximal. Yeah, it was like
pretty cool.
It was like, oh my
I thought it was great
Yeah.
that they showed the cassettes, and yes, cassettes are so outdated. That's back to my time,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
outdated today. But you kept him a cassette player, which I thought was great, and I loved that they kept his voice the same. I like how he was still
Intelligent guy.
Yeah, intelligent guy. He still was ranked.
Yeah.
You know, in the
And
hierarchy.
you know what? I like the new Shockwave and Soundwave like battle thing.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
still do that because they're totally two different Decepticons. But good, fantastic.
Yeah, it was very good.
Fantastic.
It was
Yeah.
very, very good. I enjoyed it. I wish they would have kept going because they leave you where
No, they're gonna make another one.
Megatron
Definitely.
and Optimus go there.
Definitely gonna make
own
another
way.
one, man.
Yeah,
They have to.
it was good stuff.
All right, guys. So tell us what you guys think about anything. If you guys want to mention something about Voltron, She-Ra, or any of the other old stuff that Netflix has done that has redone, make a comment below. And who's your favorite Transformer of all time? I'll leave a comment below. And what would you like to see for a new series? And would you like to see a new G.I. Joe animated series? Leave the comments below. And we'll talk to you guys later. All right? See ya.